Hello everybody, it is Nicole from eKiwi and welcome to another art review. So today we are going to be reviewing the Arteza half pans and this is the 12 count. As a disclaimer, I did receive this item for free in exchange for my honest review, so let's go ahead and get started. So here you see it comes in a small box and I would have shown you guys the original packaging, but I lost the footage for that, so I had to record this after I already used it and the packaging was already gone. So it comes in the small box and it also comes with a small water brush pen. This brush pen is about half the size of an original one. It's a pretty good travel size, and on the back of the box is just the colors and their names. Inside the box there is a metal tin and this is where the watercolors are. And on the back of this metal tin there is a little hook or a finger loop that you can use, and the reason for this is when you open it up there is two layers and this is kind of for a makeshift palette. And then all the way inside there is an insert with all the color names overlaying where the colors are. So the set of 12 colors on their website is $24.99, but on Amazon it is $16.99 right now, so if you guys want to get it, I suggest going to Amazon first. For the swatches, I'm using a Strathmore watercolor paper, and I'm using brushes that I got from Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store. So the colors are very vibrant, and they go on pretty smoothly. This set comes with 3 yellows, 3 reds, 2 blues, 2 greens, a brown, and a black. At least that's what I interpret it as. The 3 yellows are lemon yellow, cadmium yellow light, and yellow ochre. The 3 reds are rust red, cadmium red light, and amaranth. 2 greens are jade green and fern green. The blues are Prussian blue and periwinkle blue. Then the brown is sepia brown, and then black is noir. So I think this is a good size for traveling. That's probably what its intended purpose was. And it basically comes with everything that you need on the go. The pan itself is the palette, and then it comes with the small brush if you want to bring it along. It is really small, so you can bring it along in a purse, in a small bag. And if you have big pockets, you can put it in there too. I think that it has a good range of colors. Each one is definitely different from each other. I personally would have wanted more colors like orange and purple. I know you can mix these colors, but it was a little difficult, especially when I wanted to get a peachy skin tone. Since the lightest red is still relatively dark, and when I mixed it with the lemon yellow, all the peachy skin tones that I got were a really deep orange. I would lighten it up using more water, but then it would be either too light or too orange, and I couldn't get the right color. Although I will say that I am definitely not the best when it comes to mixing colors. I don't really know what to do, so I just kind of wing it. These watercolors go on pretty smoothly on the paper, and they actually dry pretty fast. These swatches, they took about 5 minutes to dry completely, and this is with a pretty heavy hand in the paint. They are relatively easy to mix. Later on in the video you'll see me blending in the candy corn, which is dress, with the orange, yellow, and then I kind of fade it into the white. And it blends pretty smoothly. There's no harsh lines unless you make it that way. So when I was doing the shadows, there was definitely harsh lines because I waited for it to dry. But if you don't want harsh lines, just add more water and it will blend smoothly. I did notice, however, that when it's dry, it's pretty hard to rework. Usually with watercolors, if you just add water, you can rework it. But there was a part where I colored in the cat, and I colored it in a mid-tone gray, and I was just trying to get the big blotches in. I didn't want to color in the eyes. And it dried for like 2 minutes, and I tried to add more color and it wouldn't blend away, so the cat kind of has this pattern on its head. But like I said, the colors blend well when they're wet, so if you want to blend, make sure to keep it wet and not let it dry. So now that that's out of the way, I can talk about this drawing. So for this drawing, I sketched it digitally on the computer because I had to plan ahead of time. And it's just something Halloween themed because it's Halloween today, and I hope you guys are having a good Halloween. I'm not doing anything particularly special today. Maybe eat candy, but that's probably not anything different. But anyways, these 3 characters I decided to do just to add a little bit more variety so I can use most of the colors inside of the set. And as requested by one of the subscribers, they wanted a candy corn witch, so I hope you're happy that I included a candy corn witch in here. But I also decided to include someone trying to dress up as a pumpkin and then someone dressing up as like a werecat or cat. Originally they were actually supposed to all be witches, but I kind of got tired of drawing so many witch hats and they were clunking into each other, so I ended up just changing their costumes to something that's pretty Halloween themed. But I did want to make them semi-magical, so they're floating in the air in front of the moon, which totally makes sense, and there's some bats around them. So since this is a Halloween themed image, I did use quite a bit of orange, and like I said before, there was not any orange, so I mixed a lot of it together. And for the lighter orange, I used lemon yellow, and I believe it is the cadmium red, which is the brightest red. And then for a deeper orange, I would just use the cadmium yellow light instead of the lemon yellow. Originally, I did use a lot of black in the image. I used a lot on the cat lady's dress, but it felt too dull to me, so I added some blue, and I believe it's the Prussian blue, just to give it a little bit more life. Since orange and blue are complementary colors, I thought that it would help tie in the color scheme a little bit more. And then for the skin of the cat lady, I used the rust red and the sepia brown and mixed that together because the rust red was too red and then the sepia brown was really like dull colored, so I mixed it together to make this nice brown color. And since it had some red undertones, I think it went well with the pumpkin lady's outfit, and her pumpkin leaves were this jade green that I lightened up with some lemon yellow. Ultimately, I do like how this turned out. This is probably one of the very few times that I drew multiple people together. One of the reasons why I don't do it is because I struggle in making them look proportionally correct with each other. So sometimes I'll make a person way too small compared to the person next to them who has like a giant head. But I think it was a successful attempt in making multiple people together for a Halloween themed picture. I definitely could have improved on it more, and I definitely want to. I might add on to it in the future. In the end, I did use Artline fine liners to outline the whole thing. I think it tied it together pretty well, but it also made me realize that I have to add more contrast in order to see the lines without a actual black line. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. My overall thoughts are that this is a really good set for beginners or just traveling. I think that it's a good size and it has a lot of good colors. I like that it has everything you need. It even has a little brush if you wanted to bring that too, or you can just bring your own. And then the palette is already inside of the art set. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep painting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!